Hey, what's up everyone? My name is Jeff, and today we're going to have some fun playing Magic. And today we are diving into a Gruul deck in Historic because it is historically just one of the best decks to be ranking with in Historic, and as it is a new month, and as you are diving in more into Historic, it just seemed like the perfect fit for now. And we got one really sweet card that helped pump this deck up actually quite a bit. So Atarka's Command, 2 mana instant. We get to choose 2 of these options. Either your opponents can't gain life this turn, it deals 3 damage to each opponent. You can put a land from your hand onto the battlefield, and creatures you control get +1/+1 and gain reach until end of turn. So it is a 2 mana charge, which is not very good, but a 2 mana charge that also deals 3 damage to the opponent's face can actually be a really big hit, like a lot of damage all at once. And that's sometimes all that we need to just win the game here. And the other nice thing about this is that Gruul really wants to be playing Burning-Tree Emissary and having something to do with that mana right away. And sometimes we don't with whatever else is happening on board. Burning-Tree Emissary comes down and gives 2 mana right away. Atarka's Command is always a good option, even if it is just getting us an extra land onto the battlefield. And we get to play that land untapped as well, so we just get to play it or put it onto the battlefield, not tapped. And so then we can play out a Pelt Collector, Llanowar Elves, or maybe we have enough mana to then do something else with it. And so Atarka's Command actually just becomes really valuable with the Burning-Tree Emissary mana, as well as something to stop them from gaining life. There are some life gain decks that are really, really scary and Historic right now. There's a lot of other things out there that this deck just wants to deal a lot of damage and make sure they don't gain too much life. And having that as an option in our hand is really, really nice in this deck. And giving the pump for everything when we're attacking in with, you know, a big board of Questing Beasts, Gruul Spellbreakers, whatever, is a big deal. So that's the deck. So this deck has been played a bunch of times, and the basic idea is beat down, hit their face really, really hard. You guys have seen decks like that, so I'm not going to dive fully into it. I'll leave the full breakdown analysis for after the gameplay. Keeping it short and sweet also gives me time to remind you to hit the subscribe button. Being subscribed and hitting the notification bell helps you know when videos go live, and it can let you be one of the first people to see this code so that you can get 6 free packs of Strixhaven. Whoever gets there first gets it. You need to be subscribed to be able to do so. Also, if you want to check out Great Viking Games down in the description below, they're actually buying codes like these if you have these from Strixhaven. I know that if you have extra packs from the pre-release event, you can only use 1 per account, and so that might be a good way to get a little extra cash and help other people get these codes. Just make sure you hit the link down below, and it helps support the channel. All right, up against Oliban, and keep this hand. So the one change I did make with this deck is I'm playing Robber the Rich over Zerta Goblin, just because I like Robber the Rich a little bit better. So play out Pelt Collector, pass the turn. I think that there's enough control-y decks that this is better. Zerta Goblin is better in the other aggro matchups, for sure. Like, absolutely lots better. But I also just like to, you know, do cool things. All right, let's see. They probably take Burning-Tree Emissary. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Yep. I forgot this card's a thing. Inquisition and Thought Seizes. Robber the Rich goes away as well. Atarka's Command. Getting extra mana on the battlefield actually very worthwhile here. Instant speed. Let's go ahead and attack in. Pass the turn. Excuse me. All right, I think, are they going for the pump? No pump, right? They have a play. Nazis. All right, so Questing Beast goes away. We are going to go ahead and Atarka's Command. 3 damage. Put land onto the battlefield. Stomping Ground tapped. Now we don't get the Questing Beast, but at least I get some value out of that. Skyclave Shade. Well, we can at least block that. It doesn't really help a lot. Gruul Spellbreaker is interesting. Blocks a Shade. Alright, yeah. Spellbreaker on 4 to block the Skyclave Shade. We're not trading off with the Knight, though. Down to 12. I mean, luckily we got, with Thought Seizes and everything else, they got their life total down pretty low. Atarka's Command dealing some damage to face actually was really worthwhile. They didn't ever pump with Knight. So now, unless they have removal, and hopefully they have like Heartless Axe, because now we're in good shape. Could be quite nice for us. A line that they could go for is like have a Heartless Act, remove the counter, trade with Skyclave Shade, play a land, and replay it. So taking 5, potentially 8. We deal 6 back. I think we say no blocks. We're still actually winning the race here, so... Yeah, if they're going to take their entire turn doing that, that's okay. Down to 10. It's a counter. Klothys. Alright, so they have 9 damage for the next turn. We, yeah, it's a little bit scurry, but we'll try this out. I probably could have not attacked with Pelt Collector, had it as a blocker for Klothys to be able to win. Okay, can't block. Skyclave Shade also can't block. Just with Skyclave Shade, yeah, okay. So now we have Klothys online to make things awesome. Down to 4. Forces them to block with Knight of the Even Legion. What do we have to block with, though? I think we need a not attack here. They block with Knight, they pump it. We get in for 2. Knight swings in. Yeah, so no attacks. Luckily, Gruul Spellbreaker also has the hexproof on our turn, so they couldn't cast anything. If they had removal there, that probably would have been the time to use it, but now I don't think they'll have the mana to have a removal spell and Knight of the Even Legion. We'll see. The Gutterbones... Okay, Bloodchief's Thirst kills there. Alright, so 6, 7, 8. We have to block Shade. I mean, anything with haste or damage to face works. Yeah, so yeah, they had that line. That's what I was calling out earlier. So they have the Heartless Act with Skyclave Shade. Yes! Alright. Perfect. Damage to face. And top deck of the century. Stomp you to face. Nice. Yeah. Alright, up against Peter. And keep this hand. This is beautiful. Yeah, Llanowar Elves on turn 1 into Pelt Collector, Burning-Tree Emissary, Robber the Rich. Have 2 cards left in hand. Unless we find another Burning-Tree Emissary, then we just play it all. We'll have 1 land left in hand. That sounds good to me. No blocks. We have better things to do here. And an Embercleave for the turn after. Okay. Alright, let's go. Red mana. Pelt Collector. Burning Tree. Unfortunately, this isn't Zertos, so the Pelt Collector doesn't get bigger, but we also get to attack in and get value here. And that's where I like Rob the Rich better. We got value. You don't get that mountain. Burning Tree. Okay, Bowmat Courier in a mono red deck. Okay. Stompy boys. Alright, so we do have Embercleave online with Stomping Ground for this next turn. Ooh, Questing Beast. Questing Beast is better. Yeah, pump up the Pelt Collector. If they want to trade off here, that's just fine. Opponent scoops it up. Yep. Yep. Yeah, up against a mono red deck, anything with 4 toughness really becomes difficult. Having vigilance as well, having good blocker, all that kind of stuff. Like, it forces them to have so many cards to spend on creatures and to not die. Like, they have to be defensive instead of attacking. That it is typically an instant loss. And so we got them. Good job. All right, up against Comeback and keep this hand. We have Llanowar, we have Gruul Spellbreaker. It's a good hand. I like it a lot. Up against a potential mirror match. All right, let's go Llanowar. I'd like another 2-drop. It actually would be nice to go Pelt Collector, Gallia, and then some other 2-drop to play here at Pelt Collector, or removal spell for the Archdruid. Yeah, it looks like that's not going to happen right now. Bummer. Oh, sorry, I was thinking Burning-Tree Emissary. We'll just put out the Gallia here. Get the counter onto Pelt Collector. Swing in here. Down to 18 past the turn. Yeah, not having removal for the Selfish Archdruid is really bad. We have Domri's Ambushes. We have Bonecrusher Giants to kill it. Not having him right now feels bad. So they have 5 mana, 6 mana. 3 cards in hand. All lands. That'd be good. Really? Nothing? Whoa. All right, Burning-Tree Emissary. I can play out other Pelt Collector, Burning-Tree Emissary. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The Klothys could be really good. I want that out. I want to be able to tick up a Pelt Collector when I have it. We also have Embercleave. Not this turn. I'm not sure if going wide will actually be that useful, though. Let's go Pelt Collector. And unfortunately, Burning-Tree Emissary doesn't let us actually cast anything extra. This is mostly just to throw these guys so that I can have a bigger board. And that way Embercleave can be a little bit more effective. We can have like things to block with and then Embercleave. Pass the turn. This needs attacks with 3 or more creatures. I don't know why I always think that you have to attack with Gallia to do that. Probably because it's hard to get to 3 attackers. But you can attack with any 3 things and still be able to draw cards and discard. Yeah, not bad. Coco. Here's Empath. And grabs the Crater Hoof, has plenty of mana to play it out, and we are done for. Yeah, double Archdruid. Good games. All right, we're out of here. Yeah, we have to have the Domri's Ambush or Bonecrusher Giant on the turn they play out Eldritch Archdruid to have a chance against that deck. We just didn't have it. That's kind of how Magic goes in this format right now. It's like, if you have the answer for which deck you're playing against, sweet, you get to play the game. If not, so many decks are just so powerful. And Gruul fits in that same realm of, if they don't have answers, we typically run over, but not everything. All right, up against Mr. Frog, and that's a lot of Gruul Spellbreakers. If this Llanowar Elves dies, oh, this is going to be bad. If not, this is one of the most busted hands of all time. All right, survives. Good stuff. Gruul Spellbreaker. With haste, attack in. Down to 17, past the turn. What are we up against? Red. All right, so mirror match. Burning Tree. Oh, they have the play of all plays. I'll take Brawler. Okay, Atarka's Command. I like Domri's Ambush onto the Brawler, and then they can double block the Burning-Tree Emissary if they want to. That kills a lot of their stuff. Sorcery Speed, Atarka's Command. I can also see if they'll like double block and I can Atarka's Command kill something there. We want to get rid of creatures on their side so they don't have Embercleave available, whatever else. Oh, it just deals its damage to other stuff. Yeah, that's right. For some reason, I was thinking it would fight, so they'd be able to just block with 1. If they want to double block this, I'm pretty happy with that. If we get to 3 for 1 this, or I guess it'd be 2 for 1 because we spent 2 for 3. Don't worry about it, guys. It's just going to be a good play. Yeah, I think it is the right play for them as well to go ahead and block there. But it still keeps us a little bit ahead. On Crop Crusher. No blocks. Didn't have to use its ability. All right, so let's... Yeah, just Gruul Spellbreaker. Do I want to put it up to 4? In this matchup, I think you typically do, but I also want to hit for damage. Let's go ahead and go with the counter. Swing with Llanowar. Pass the turn. They can exert and hit in for damage. This won't be able to block, but if we can get the other Gruul Spellbreaker hit for 7 here. Questing Beast. Do they exert here? Stop us from being able to block. Another Domri's ambush would be sweet. Down to 8. Domri's ambush. Yeah. Mm-hmm. See, so we have Atarka's command. Creatures in control get +1/+1 and gain reach until end of turn. If they try to block, like, so I can put this in with haste and see if they'll block the 3/3, but like, we're showing that we have something, right? And we have a high chance of just being dead. If they have any other hasty creature, Crasher can block our one thing that can block. Actually, wait, no, it can't attack in because it's exerted. Another Crasher still doesn't quite do it. Let's go ahead and go for this then. Trading off with the Questing Beast would be pretty sweet. Getting in for 5. It still puts us in a scary situation, but it's a thing that we could do. I do also have to tap down Llanowar Elves here to play Atarka's command. Right. Alright, so letting it through, we can get in for 9 damage. That gets him down to 5. With Gallia, I think we actually have a chance of doing that. So the whole question is, do I want to block with Llanowar Elves? This doesn't untap for the next turn. Oh, and we get the 3 damage here as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. I forgot about the 3 extra damage. Yeah, down to 2. I mean, that's a Bonecrusher Giant off the top. Unless they kill us this turn, Gallia and our tramply dudes should get us there. Or a Bonecrusher Giant, or Atarka's command, or whatever. Pelt Collector. Nothing with haste. Oh, man. Yeah, we got there. We got there. All right, so they have 3. Actually, did we get there? Blocked. Oh, we didn't get there. Oh, okay. That's awkward. I can still find a Bonecrusher Giant off of this Gallia. All right, so if we attack in, they block here, they block here. Or vice versa. Versa versa? Yeah. We hit in for 1 with the Llanowar Elves. They trade off with Gallia so they don't die. If I find the final piece, then we're good. Crasher attacks in on their turn. I have blockers with Llanowar Elves. They can stop this guy from being able to block. Either way, I'm playing up the Llanowar Elves. Gallia, we can discard a card at random. I don't think I have to have a card in hand to do that. Hopefully I don't. Oops, I can't remember. I now have to not attack him with this Llanowar Elves. All right, so how do they trade off? They have to lose one of these guys. They have to block Gallia with the Pelt Collector. Maybe. They can take 1 from this and let Pelt Collector die there. Something's dying. Crasher still kills us. All right, so how do we block if we don't do this? They stop this guy from being able to block. We block with Questing Beast here. We chump everything else. And it gives us 1 more turn to try to find an answer. If they have Embercleave or dead. I think we go for this. I did have to have a card in hand. Damn it. Crap. Oops. I couldn't remember how Gallia worked, if I had to or not. Yeah, good game. Yeah, so we died to the Questing Beast. Okay, so Gallia, that was definitely a misplay. I should not have played out the other Llanowar Elves. Yeah, whenever you attack with 3 or more creatures, you may discard a card at random. I thought because it was just at random, I thought it would just like, if you have 0 cards in hand, you could still discard, but it does require a discard. All right, up against Fred, and keep this hand. We love a 1-drop, but Burning-Tree into Robber, good stuff. Funny thing about the name Fred, and it is funny, believe me, you. My wife, for some reason, like an uncle or someone called her Fred, and she's gone by Fred almost all of her life within, like, by certain people in her family. So I married a Fred. That's a girl. Down to 18, pass the turn. Mind Stone. Darkest Command. Dude, this is just feeling awesome right now. The... Yeah, Storm's Wrath is going to be annoying, though. They have that next turn. Wait, no. Snoop. It's right. Goblins. Land into Questing Beast would be sweet. Let's see. We have 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry. Yeah, 4, 7. I do math. 10 plus Atarka's Command, so it's lethal there. Yeah, I think Atarka's Command is better than the Gruul Spellbreaker here, right? If they want to block, we get the Atarka's Command as well. So yeah, so we go 3 damage and +1/+1. That's why Atarka's Command is in the deck. It's so good when it goes off like that. So good. Yeah, that's powerful. All right. Sweet hand. Could get to Embercleave fairly quickly. And you know what? I like getting to Embercleave fairly quickly. One of my favorite things to do. Llanowar. All right. I'm hoping that we can find a Burning-Tree Emissary along the way. That gets us to Embercleave way faster. All right. Mono green. Snow. That means Blizzard Sprawl. Oh, Snow Elves. That's actually terrifying. That's good stuff right there. Like, I'm actually legitimately freaking out a little bit here. I think we need bigger hits with Embercleave, so we're going to go ahead and put the counters onto it. Have it be a blocker. Stop, hopefully, a little bit of damage for this next 2 turns. And hope they don't have combo pieces. Or, like, the explosive ramp cards. Or Lords. Going right to Maglamok. Explosive ramp cards. There you go. Luckily, at least takes a turn. And they found the crater. Oh, my heavens. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4... Wait, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's see if they have one more 1-drop here. Yeah, okay. So this will become a 5-mana land. Oh, threw up in my mouth a little bit there. Well then. All right, so what do we do here? I think we dump our hand and hope that we can Embercleave. Like, if they have to tap down all their creatures to play Craterhoof, because they still are a little bit short. It's not a short joke. They're just a little bit challenged. I mean, all right. We can't discard with Gallia at random because we cannot lose this Embercleave. It really is like our only chance at having a chance. Getting in for 6 though, so then we can get 10 damage in. We have to be able to win on the next turn. I don't think they block with Dwenian's Elite. 4 mana. I think they want this for 5, 6, 7. If they have another land, they have the Craterhoof and we lose. We probably are dead anyway. Craterhoof is just super good. Yeah, if they have land in hand, I think we're done for. Would you look at that? We're done for. And the out. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, with the Castle Embereth to help boost the mana there as well. All sorts of bad stuff happened there. Yeah, our deck has turn 4 wins as well, but a little bit less convincing as that one. Oy. Yeah, and that's it. Really does call into question if you should be playing fair decks or if you should just be playing those kinds of combo decks in Historic. The nice thing about Gruul is that the games are always pretty fast. It's the same theology or philosophy as Mono Red. Right up against Fried Burt and Sweet Hand. I like it a lot. Llanowar into Burning-Tree. That's one of the things about this deck is I don't think I've mulliganed yet. Like, there are some decks that just have a lot of 1s and 2 drops that fit really well together, and it just makes life so nice. Yeah, no? Of course you know. I could play out the Bonecrusher Giant. I don't have double red for the Embercleave, but if I find it, that's a much stronger play than just going for Gallia here. If this is the Kinnan deck, then I want to hold on to removal. I guess we have Domri's Ambush as well. Interesting. Interesting options. All right, tapped land. I don't really want to draw a card here. I don't really care to. Let's go to combat, and I'm gonna probably play out Bonecrusher Giant. I'm gonna swing with just these two. It could be Simic Flash. Simic Flash is annoying. Let's go with Bonecrusher Giant. They probably have to counter this. Growth Spiral, okay. Still could be Simic Flash. Yeah, Simic Flash is a terrifying deck for us. Although we had a really good start, and so that should be good. Growth Spiral main phase. Red mana. All right. May have some removal. Can probably counter the Embercleave. Atarka's Command could be sweet too. I mean, Embercleave is definitely better at this point. Lightning Axe. Alright, so yeah, we have enough to Embercleave. Swing in. Embercleave. That is lethal, exactly lethal, as long as everything hits. Good stuff. Nice. All right, so Atarka Gruul right here, 4-3, so 57% win rate. I made a massive mistake in one of the games, but you can see being on the play, it wins really well. Being on the draw has a weaker, it's a lot weaker. Just we also played against a lot of other aggro decks, and that was part of that. Like you can see here, lots and lots of just aggro type stuff, which is weird. It's different than what I've been seeing for the most part, personally, with with everything. And so I think overall a good deck. It's Gruul. It's always been good. You know, this deck. No surprise if you're going to be winning some matches with this. Do I think it's the best deck to be ranking up with in the format? No, though. No, I think Elves is better. Elves trashed us. I think all but one time or whatever. Yeah, Elves trashed us. I think it's better than Goblins, but just barely, because there's people are playing lots of Answers for Goblins because they know how to play against it. Gruul people know how to play against, but they also know, but it's also just one of those, like, it's the same as Mono Red, where Mono Red is always just like, at some point you just got them, you know, and this has a lot of that kind of feel to it. But I think Elves has that same kind of thing and is a little bit stronger. And so that's kind of my thoughts. I think that if you're trying to play, as far as for ranking up, I don't think I'd play this one right now. It is really good. It's super powerful, but I think Elves is better. The Prismari or the Velomachus deck I played last time, I think is better. There's just some better decks. At the same time, though, I think for ranking up purposes, especially in best of one, I think playing quicker matches is good. And that's where Gruul becomes nice. I just like the way that Gruul plays. That's one of my favorite kinds of archetypes, whatever. And so I enjoyed a lot there. But anyway, that's it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe, all that stuff. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thanks so much, and bye-bye.